Did you know that 78% of women over 60 feel like their wardrobe no longer reflects who they truly are? After 25 years of helping women refine their style, I've seen firsthand how the wrong prints can make you look older, washed out, or even invisible instead of highlighting your natural elegance. Just last month, Linda, a 65-year-old client from Boston, stood in front of her overflowing closet and sighed, "Nothing here makes me feel like myself anymore." If you've ever looked at your outfit and felt like it didn't match the vibrant, confident woman you are inside, you're not alone. The truth is, style should evolve with you, not fade with time. And today I'm going to reveal 7 common prints that might be aging you, plus what to wear instead to look sophisticated, stylish, and effortlessly put together. And trust me, these aren't just fashion rules. They're practical solutions that have transformed the confidence of thousands of women just like you. By the end of this video, you'll never second guess your print choices again. Now, let's start with the first print, one that might actually be working against you. 1. Thin, tight, horizontal stripes. Diane, a 68-year-old grandmother from Denver, had always loved nautical styles. Her closet was full of striped tops, classic black and white, navy and cream, even some in bold red and blue. But one day, she stood in front of the mirror, frustrated. "I've worn these for years, but now they just don't look right on me anymore," she told me. She's not alone. Many women over 60 find that thin, closely spaced horizontal stripes, especially in high contrast colors like black and white, don't flatter them the way they used to. And the reason has everything to do with how our bodies change over time. Thin stripes can create a flattening effect, making your body appear wider and less defined. As we age, our natural proportions shift, and these narrow lines can emphasize those changes in ways that may not be the most flattering. On top of that, when stripes are too close together, they create a visual effect that can be almost dizzying, not just for the wearer, but for those around them as well. The good news? You don't have to give up stripes entirely, just choose the right kind. Instead of thin, busy stripes, opt for wider, well-spaced ones. Broader stripes create a more structured, elongating look, helping to balance out your proportions instead of exaggerating them. Diagonal or angled stripes are another great alternative, as they add movement and naturally guide the eye in a way that flatters your shape. When I helped Diane revamp her wardrobe, we found her a beautiful navy and cream boat neck top with stripes about an inch wide. The difference was immediate. "I feel sophisticated again," she told me with a smile. "Not like I'm trying to wear my daughter's clothes." She paired it with solid white trousers and a light cardigan, and suddenly she looked effortlessly elegant. If you love stripes, try experimenting with different styles and see how they work for you. Have you noticed a difference in how certain striped tops look on you? Do you prefer wider stripes, or have you found another pattern that flatters you more? Share your thoughts in the comments. Now, let's move on to print number 2, one that's fun, tropical, and full of energy, but if you're not careful, it might be wearing you instead of the other way around. 2. Overwhelming tropical prints. Nancy, a vibrant 72-year-old from Florida, walked into my consultation room wearing what she called her vacation uniform, a loose-fitting tunic covered in bright tropical prints, palm trees, hibiscus flowers, exotic birds, and even pineapples. Every inch of fabric was bursting with color. She sighed and said, "I thought this would make me look fun and energetic, but my granddaughter says it's a bit much." I hear this all the time. Many women love tropical prints because they feel fresh, lively, and full of personality. But when these prints combine too many elements, large palm leaves, oversized flowers, and multiple bright colors all competing for attention, they can quickly overwhelm your natural elegance instead of enhancing it. It's like trying to have an entire Hawaiian luau on a single piece of clothing. The problem isn't just the busy pattern, it's how it affects the way we're perceived. As we age, our presence naturally becomes more refined, and our style should reflect that. But when a print is too chaotic, it steals the spotlight rather than allowing you to shine. Many of my clients tell me they feel lost behind all those tropical leaves and birds. Plus, these prints are often found on synthetic fabrics that don't drape well, making them less flattering and sometimes even uncomfortable for mature skin. But here's the good news. You don't have to give up tropical style entirely. The key is choosing more refined, simplified versions of these prints. Instead of wearing a pattern that looks like an entire rainforest, try pieces that focus on one or two elements. A white blouse with elegant navy palm leaves, or a dress featuring delicate orchids and soft blues and greens can give you that relaxed, vacation-ready feel while maintaining sophistication. When Nancy and I went shopping, we found her an elegant shift dress with a pattern of scattered palm leaves and soft sage green on a white background. She paired it with simple nude sandals and a straw tote bag. The result? Now I feel sophisticated while still keeping that vacation spirit, she told me. And the best part? I get compliments instead of concerned looks from my grandkids. If you love tropical prints, try wearing them on one key piece of your outfit, like a blouse or a skirt, while keeping the rest of your look simple and neutral. Accessories like a straw bag, bamboo bangles, or natural tone sandals can complete the look without overwhelming it. How do you feel about tropical prints? Have you ever put on a bold vacation outfit and felt like it was a little too much? Let me know in the comments. Now, let's move on to print number 3. One that's playful and timeless, but if not chosen carefully, can make you look older instead of stylish. 3. Tiny, busy polka dots. Carol, a retired 70-year-old teacher from Chicago, walked into my consultation room with a nostalgic smile and held up her favorite polka dot dress. "I've worn this to so many school events, Femme," she said, "but lately I feel like I'm wearing my old classroom curtains." Polka dots are a classic print, often associated with femininity and playfulness. But not all polka dots are created equal. The problem with tiny, densely packed polka dots is that they can create a visual noise that makes an outfit look cluttered rather than polished. When the dots are too small and crowded together, they can actually make a dress or blouse appear old-fashioned instead of timeless. Another issue is that tiny dots don't provide enough definition, making it harder for the eye to focus on what truly matters, your face and your natural confidence. It's like trying to read fine print without your reading glasses. It strains the eyes instead of enhancing your presence. But the good news is you don't have to give up polka dots entirely. The key is choosing larger, well-spaced polka dots that create a fresh, modern, and more sophisticated look. Instead of tiny dots that blur together, opt for ones that are about the size of a nickel or a quarter. These provide just the right amount of playfulness without feeling overwhelming. When I worked with Carol, we found her a beautiful navy dress with medium-sized white polka dots spaced comfortably apart. The transformation was instant. "I feel sophisticated and playful at the same time," she beamed, "and I can actually see the dots without my glasses." She paired it with a cream-colored cardigan and simple pearl earrings, and suddenly she looked effortlessly polished. So how can you style polka dots in a way that flatters you? If you love this pattern, try wearing a polka dot blouse with solid colored pants or a skirt in a complementary neutral tone. For example, a black and white polka dot top looks stunning with crisp white trousers or a classic black pencil skirt. One of my favorite styling tricks is adding a solid colored blazer or cardigan over a polka dot dress or blouse. This frames the pattern, making it look more intentional and refined. Carol now wears her new polka dot dress with a light cardigan for church and family gatherings, and she says she's never felt more put together. Polka dots can be fun, youthful, and elegant when done right. So tell me, have you found a polka dot style that works for you? Do you prefer smaller or larger dots? Share your thoughts in the comments. Next, we're moving into bold territory. Let's talk about animal prints and why they can either make you look effortlessly chic or completely overwhelm your style. 4. Overly bold animal prints. Helen, a spirited 75-year-old from Atlanta, walked into my consultation room clutching her favorite leopard print dress. "I've worn this for years to every special occasion," she said, "but now my daughter says it's too bold for me. I don't want to give up my spots completely, but I also don't want to look like I'm trying too hard." Animal prints are timeless and can add a touch of sophistication, but when they are too bold, oversized, or unnatural looking, they can easily overpower your natural elegance instead of enhancing it. One of the biggest mistakes I see is women choosing loud animal prints with high contrast colors, neon leopard spots, exaggerated zebra stripes, or tiger patterns in unnatural shades like bright red or electric blue. These prints can create a visual intensity that feels overwhelming and can sometimes look more like a costume than an effortlessly chic outfit. The problem isn't with animal prints themselves, it's about choosing the right version of them. Instead of overly bold patterns, opt for more refined, subtle animal prints in neutral tones like soft browns, warm taupes, and deep blacks. These colors blend more naturally into an outfit and complement mature, sophisticated style rather than overpowering it. When I worked with Helen, we found her a beautiful silk scarf with a delicate leopard print in soft beige and brown. The moment she put it on, she smiled and said, "Now this feels like me, elegant but still a little wild at heart." Instead of wearing animal print head to toe, she learned how to incorporate it in smaller, more intentional ways, like a scarf, belt, or even a pair of chic flats. So, how can you wear animal prints in a way that enhances rather than overwhelms? Try incorporating them through sophisticated accessories rather than full outfits. A leopard print belt on a simple black dress, a zebra print silk blouse paired with solid colored pants, or an animal print handbag can add just the right amount of edge without feeling overpowering. Another great tip is choosing smaller scale animal prints on high quality fabrics. A cardigan with a soft cheetah print in neutral tones can look elegant when layered over a monochrome outfit. Helen now has what she calls her refined wild side pieces, a few select items with subtle animal prints that add personality without going overboard. Animal prints can absolutely work at any age, but the key is balance. As Helen likes to say, a little bit of leopard keeps life interesting. Do you love animal prints? How do you like to wear them? Let me know in the comments below. Now, let's move on to another common pattern mistake. Tiny, busy prints that can make you feel like you're fading into the background instead of standing out with confidence. 5. Tiny, busy patterns. Marilyn, a stylish 73-year-old from Seattle, came to me with a closet full of small floral print dresses. "I thought smaller prints would be more age appropriate," she explained, "but somehow they make me feel like I'm fading into the wallpaper." Her story is one I hear often. Many women assume that smaller patterns are more elegant and understated, but in reality, tiny, densely packed prints can make an outfit look cluttered, outdated, or even visually overwhelming. The problem with small, busy patterns, whether they're tiny florals, geometric shapes, or abstract designs, is that they create a blurry effect. When a print is too dense, it doesn't provide enough contrast or definition, making it harder for the eye to focus on the person wearing it. As we mature, a well-balanced outfit should enhance our features, not overshadow them. There's also the issue of visual fatigue. Many women tell me that small, intricate prints feel like static on a TV screen. They don't allow the outfit to breathe. Instead of looking sophisticated, the pattern can make an outfit feel fussy or overwhelming. But there's an easy fix. Instead of tiny, chaotic patterns, opt for prints that have larger, well-spaced elements. Medium-sized florals, structured geometric shapes, or even soft watercolor-inspired designs create interest without looking too busy. The key is choosing prints where each element is clearly visible from an arm's length away. When Marilyn and I went shopping, we found her a beautiful dress with medium-sized blooms spaced helenfully apart on a soft cream background. The effect was immediate. "I feel like I've stepped out of the shadows and into the light," she said, admiring her reflection. If you love prints but want to keep them flattering, here's my tip. Look for patterns where each element is at least the size of a quarter and has some space around it. A structured floral print on a neutral base, a soft abstract pattern with defined shapes, or a classic paisley with clear details can make all the difference. Marilyn now calls this her clarity rule. She only buys prints that are easy to distinguish from a few feet away. Her new go-to outfit is a scattered geometric print blouse paired with solid colored trousers, and she says, "People actually notice me now, not just my clothes." Have you ever worn a tiny print and felt like it was too much? Or have you found a pattern that makes you feel truly radiant? Let me know in the comments. Now, let's move on to another print that can be tricky. High contrast combinations that might be drawing attention in all the wrong ways. 6. High contrast prints that are too harsh. Judith, a dynamic 71-year-old from Dallas, walked into my consultation room wearing what she called her happy dress. It was covered in bold splashes of red, electric blue, and neon yellow, a mix of colors that demanded attention. She smiled and said, "I love bright colors, but my friend told me it's too jarring. Am I too old for bold prints?" Her question is one that many women ask. The truth is, you're never too old for color, but the way colors are combined in a print makes all the difference. The problem with high contrast prints, especially those with sharp black and white patterns or neon color clashes, is that they can create a harsh, unflattering effect. As we age, our skin naturally softens in tone, and extreme contrast can create sharp shadows that highlight wrinkles or uneven skin tones rather than complementing them. It's like turning up all the colors on your TV to maximum brightness. Sometimes less intensity creates a clearer, more beautiful picture. Another challenge is that overly busy, high contrast prints can overpower your natural elegance. Instead of bringing attention to your face and confidence, they demand all the focus, making it hard for people to truly see you. But here's the good news. You don't have to give up bold colors. Instead, choose prints with softer, more harmonious color combinations. Instead of extreme black and white or neon brights, opt for deep jewel tones, warm earth tones, or blended shades that complement each other. When I worked with Judith, we found her a beautiful dress that mixed deep teal and soft coral. Still colorful, but the tones worked together rather than competing. The effect? Instant sophistication. "This feels vibrant but elegant," she told me, "like I've upgraded from shouting to singing." If you love color, here's a simple tip. Look for prints that mix colors of similar intensity. For example, dusty rose with sage green, navy with warm burgundy, or soft lavender with muted gold. These combinations create depth and elegance without overwhelming your look. Judith now swears by this rule. She's replaced her extreme color contrasts with soft blues and lavenders that enhance her complexion rather than fight against it. And the best part? "I don't need neon colors to shine," she says. "My smile does that for me." So, do you love bold colors? Have you found certain color combinations that make you feel radiant? Share your experiences in the comments. Next, let's talk about one of the trickiest prints of all, abstract patterns that might be making your outfit look chaotic instead of artistic. 7. Chaotic abstract prints. Catherine, a 68-year-old retired art teacher from Boston, came to me wearing what she called her museum-inspired blouse, an abstract print filled with swirls, splashes, and random shapes in every color imaginable. She sighed and said, "I want to stay artistic, but lately I feel like I'm wearing a Jackson Pollock painting." Abstract prints can be stunning, but when they're too chaotic, with irregular shapes, clashing colors, and no clear structure, they can overwhelm your natural elegance instead of enhancing it. It's like looking at a painting where every brush stroke is competing for attention. Your eyes don't know where to focus. The problem with busy, unstructured, abstract prints is that they don't provide balance. Instead of creating a refined, sophisticated look, they can feel random and unintentional. Many women tell me that when they wear these prints, people notice the pattern, not them. But here's the exciting part. You don't have to give up artistic prints. The key is choosing structured, intentional designs that flow with your shape instead of fighting against it. Instead of chaotic, splashy patterns, opt for geometric abstracts, soft watercolor-inspired prints, or flowing designs with clear movement. When Catherine and I went shopping, we found her a beautiful silk blouse with an abstract pattern of coordinated blues and grays arranged in soft, elegant curves. The difference was immediate. "Now this feels like sophisticated art," she said, "not a finger painting session." If you love artistic prints, here's my advice. Look for patterns with a sense of organization, flowing curves, structured geometric shapes, or balanced color palettes. Choose colors that blend harmoniously rather than contrast too harshly. Pair abstract prints with solid basics to create a refined, intentional look. Catherine now has what she calls her art gallery collection, pieces with elegant, structured prints that she pairs with neutral basics. Her new favorite is a tunic with a Mondrian-inspired pattern in soft, complementary tones. She loves it because it feels creative yet polished. "Now my clothes look like well-curated art pieces, not storage room sketches," she says. So, do you love artistic prints? Have you found a pattern that makes you feel stylish rather than overwhelmed? Share your thoughts in the comments. Now that we've covered the 7 prints that might be aging you, let's talk about what to do next. How to choose prints that truly highlight your elegance and confidence. How to choose prints that highlight your elegance and confidence. Now that we've explored the 7 prints that might be aging you, let's talk about what to do instead. The goal isn't to avoid prints altogether. It's to choose them intentionally so they enhance your best features rather than overwhelm them. After working with thousands of women over 60, I've identified 5 essential guidelines for selecting prints that flatter rather than frustrate. 1. Choose prints that match your proportions. One of the most common mistakes I see is wearing prints that don't align with body proportions. If you're petite, large, oversized patterns can swallow you up, making you look smaller or overwhelmed by fabric. Instead, go for medium-sized prints that have clear spacing between elements. If you have a fuller figure, tiny scattered patterns can sometimes exaggerate curves in ways that aren't always flattering. Instead, larger, well-placed patterns help balance out proportions and create a streamlined effect. Think of it like interior design. Large furniture works best in big spaces, while delicate pieces suit smaller rooms. The same principle applies to prints on clothing. Try this instead. If you're petite, try a soft floral blouse where each bloom is about the size of a quarter paired with tailored pants. If you have a fuller figure, a dress with medium to large paisley or brushstroke patterns will create a well-balanced look without overwhelming you. 2. Prioritize prints with breathing room. Busy. Tightly packed prints often create visual clutter, which can feel overwhelming rather than stylish. This is why many women feel lost in small, chaotic patterns. When a print is too dense, it becomes difficult for the eye to settle, making it harder to appreciate the outfit or the person wearing it. Instead, look for prints with a sense of openness and structure. This doesn't mean you have to wear plain clothing, but rather choosing designs that have well-defined shapes with space between them. Try this instead. Instead of a tiny floral dress where the flowers blur together, choose one where the flowers are spaced apart and clearly visible. Instead of a polka dot top with dots that are too tiny and packed closely together, go for larger, evenly spaced dots to create a clean, sophisticated look. A good test? Hold the fabric at arm's length. If the print looks crowded or chaotic, it will likely feel the same when worn. 3. Pick colors that flatter your skin tone and hair. As we age, our skin tone naturally softens and our hair color may change. Prints with extreme contrast or harsh neon shades can draw unwanted attention to fine lines or create an unnatural looking effect. The key is to choose colors that harmonize with your complexion rather than overpower it. Warm undertones, golden peachy skin, look best in earthy tones like warm browns, soft oranges, olive green, and rich burgundy. Cool undertones, rosy, pinkish skin, are complemented by deep blues, soft lavenders, and charcoal gray. Neutral undertones can wear a balanced mix of warm and cool colors, but should avoid colors that are too stark or too artificial looking. Try this instead. If you used to wear bold black and white prints but now find them too harsh, try a softer contrast like navy and cream. If you love color but find neon shades too overpowering, choose rich jewel tones like emerald, sapphire, or amethyst, which provide depth without overwhelming your complexion. 4. Balance prints with solid colors. Wearing head-to-toe prints can sometimes feel excessive, especially if the pattern is bold. One of the best styling tricks for a refined and elegant look is to balance prints with solid colors. This helps anchor the outfit and keeps the focus on you rather than just your clothes. Try this instead. If you're wearing a printed blouse, pair it with solid colored trousers or a classic skirt. If you love a floral dress, add a structured blazer or cardigan in a neutral shade to frame the look and make it feel more polished. A great rule of thumb is to let the print be the statement and keep everything else simple and streamlined. 5. Use accessories to add pattern in a subtle way. If you love prints but aren't sure how to wear them, accessories are a great way to experiment without committing to a full printed outfit. A well-placed printed scarf, handbag, or pair of shoes can add visual interest to an otherwise simple look while keeping your outfit polished. Try this instead. A leopard print silk scarf tied loosely around your neck over a solid blouse. A floral printed handbag paired with an all-neutral outfit for a pop of pattern. Classic printed ballet flats that add personality to an otherwise minimal look. This is also a great way to try out new trends without investing in a full wardrobe change. Your style should reflect who you are today. Great style isn't about avoiding prints. It's about choosing patterns that make you feel confident, elegant, and authentically yourself. If your closet is filled with pieces that don't make you feel like you, this is your chance to refresh your wardrobe with prints that highlight your natural beauty. Here's my challenge for you. Open your closet and pick out one item with a print that doesn't feel right anymore. Ask yourself, does this print make me feel vibrant and sophisticated, or does it feel overwhelming? Then, try replacing it with a more flattering print, something softer, more balanced, or more suited to your current style. And don't forget, fashion should be fun. Experiment with different prints and see how they make you feel. Confidence is the best accessory you can wear. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Have you ever worn a print that didn't feel quite right? What prints do you love the most? Which tip from today's video do you think will help you the most? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss the next week's video, where I'll be sharing the 5 most flattering necklines for women over 60. See you next time.